Hello, strategy gamers and fans of OldWorld. Today we're going to look at the update 92. Link in the description down below. What is brilliant about the way Mohawk do their updates is we have some core main aspects they want to call out on their main website, but there is a link down here to the full update notes, which brings you to a private GitHub page that gives you the full detail. We will go look at the full detail, but let's have a quick look at areas they call out. They call out various changes to laws. We'll go through each of those. They call out an improvement, a fix, you could say, to the Assyrian unique units. They call out a change being made to food consumption, a renaming of a character trait called Dealmaker to Cunning, which I think I saw on a live stream on Thursday from one of the devs that they've actually rode back on that change. Family heads can now marry and have kids, and as you'll see in the full detail, that triggers from age 20. They've added the bisexual trait. You could say it long overdue. It's still great that they've added it, and they've done it in the month of Pride. Fair play. There's then also changes to generals and governors. They call out the general change here, that you can now change generals without removing them first. And this next one is a really curious one. I haven't worked out the detail on this. I would have liked to have seen more detail and an explanation on this. You can now buy tiles between adjacent cities. The other changes are largely on the multiplayer side that they wanted to call out. Some UI changes, and then they've made some changes in fixing the full release, and I'm surprised it wasn't called out on the main piece. They've added a no ancient runes game option and a competitive game option preset. Both very cool. I think adding no ancient runes and no goody huts is a great leveling balance piece. They've doubled the religion opinion from holy sites. We also see agents get an opinion boost when they're assigned, so a couple of opinion improvements. The Assyrian unit now gets plus 50% attack bonus versus forts. Let's have a look at the detail of that now. So if we look at that change that Assyria got, remember Assyria's two unique units are both siege units. They have the battering ram from the stronghold and the siege tower from the citadel. They start with assault, plus 50% into urban, plus 25% defense against ranged units, and they now also have plus 50% attack into fort, recognizing that they're designed to break down fortifications, not just cities. The next area to call out is the law changes. We had the change to vassalage. Still have the reduced unit consumption. You still have the rider's opinion. Now has removed the no extra unit consumption for units outside your borders, so they don't spend 50% extra consumption outside your land. We have a change to slavery. Slavery now has a mines inquiries improvement, plus 20% output, but they have lost the plus 4 orders improvement. You still have opinion improvement, and you still have the 1 discontent. That orders has shifted over to serfdom, which now gets plus 5 orders a year. It still has the discontent, and it has lost the 20% improvement to farms and pastures. So a bit of a flipping there between slavery and serfdom. So we had the change to centralization. You still get the plus 10 civics a year. You now get 2 science per year per culture level in your capital. That used to be a plus 20% science boost in your capital. And the last law that saw a change was iconography. You still have the monastery cathedrals improvement, but what you now have is temples giving plus 20 gold, not plus 10. And subscribe for more updates to strategy games like OldWorld. We covered the changes to laws, we've covered the change to the Assyrian unique unit. Nice little touches, leaders who are excluded from succession now abdicate, characters who leave your nation divorce their spouses. We saw previously on the main call out that changing generals, you don't have to remove them first. They also made a change that releasing a governor no longer costs civics. There's some map changes. Side maps now always have 2 purely water sides, and the continent map has also been improved. It's now not possible to ask a tribe in an alliance to declare war on another player. It is a great change, it makes sense. They've increased the per city production for settlers, workers and disciples. I still need to do some investigating to understand exactly what those increases are. It's also now possible to install mods subscribed from the Steam Client Workshop. Bearing in mind we only have the access to OldWorld on Steam a month, this is not surprising that it is a recent change. There is a bunch of UI improvements for multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer at the moment, so I'm not going to go into these in great detail, but it is nice to see clarity of icons, changes to rules, of interplay. There's another multiplayer change here to one of the campaigns. There's a multiplayer game is over change that's been called out above. It's great to see changes in this space. They've addressed issues as well. These were mainly in the missions, so the Carthage mission, the Alexander the Great mission, both have had improvements. And then lastly, we have call out some additional fixes. They fixed the he, him pronoun issue with female characters. They fixed a vegetation display issue. This one's hilarious. Dead leaders abdicating, always funny. So all in all, a lot of changes. Great to see again, continuing to improve. This was update 92. I stream Tuesdays and Saturdays over on Twitch, currently playing an OldWorld playthrough as Persia. Thank you for watching. Let's continue to get better at strategy games together.